Today I'm going to show you how to make some super easy tequila lime chicken wings. I hope y'all are excited because I definitely am. Let's get into it, guys. To begin, you're going to need 3 pounds of chicken wing sections, onions, lime, chili lime seasonings that I made myself that I have down below in the description. Optional, but if you want some heat, jalapenos, and garlic, as well as some blanco tequila. But honestly, guys, for this recipe, any tequila will work. So before we throw our wings onto the grill, we're gonna marinate it for a couple hours. I always recommend a minimum of 3 hours. So to begin prepping our marinade, we're gonna add our onions, jalapenos, garlic, chili lime rub, or any rub that you prefer, and then fresh lime. Now, the amount of tequila you add, it really depends on how strong of a taste you want it. For every 1 pound of chicken wings, I'm adding 1 ounce of tequila. And make sure your ingredients are nice and mixed in. I do recommend marinating the same day you're going to grill just because you don't want the tequila to overpower the chicken. So remember, 1 ounce per pound, and as I said earlier, the full recipe will be down below. So now I'm going to cover these, let them marinate in the fridge for at least 3 hours, and I'll see y'all in a bit to light up the grill. Today I'm using Oklahoma Joe's Blackjack kettle, and this is going to be such a hot and fast cook. You really don't need that much charcoal. This grill in particular really doesn't need that much to get nice and hot. So I'm using roughly 1/4 of a chimney of charcoal briquettes. So because the wind is blowing to my right, I'm actually going to place my charcoal on the left side of my grill. I'm also going to be using Oklahoma Joe's apple wood chunks. I don't want to overpower the flavor of our wings today, so apple is a neutral but not too powerful for chicken if you use it correctly, and it's a high quality wood, so I definitely know it's not going to overpower my wings. So use a fruit wood or a lighter wood when it comes to wings. So now that my apple wood chunks are burning a clean fire, it's time to add our wings. I do recommend greasing your grates before you do this step because there is a good chance these chicken wings, the skin, will get caught on them. I place the thicker, bigger wings right over the fire, the smaller ones away from the fire. There is a major difference between charring the skin and burning the skin. So once my wings are nice and charred just like this, I'm gonna move them to the indirect side to finish off the cook. That way they can get a little bit of a smoky flavor as well. I'll allow them to cook until they reach roughly an internal temp of 160 to 163. Remember, if you apply a hot glaze as well as the rest, they will carry over to 165. So I'm gonna let them do their thing. I'll see y'all in a little bit when it's time to glaze. All right, guys, it's almost time to eat, and now I'm going to show you how I make my blue agave glaze that is going to complement our tequila wings for today. So you're going to need roughly 1.5 tablespoons of butter. I'm cooking at a medium to medium low temperature. I don't want the butter or the agave to burn. Once the butter is almost completely melted, you're going to add the same seasonings that you added onto your wings. Now, I do like to measure with love, but this is just to kind of brighten up the seasonings. Next, you're going to add your blue agave. Last but not least, you're going to add some lime juice. Get it all nice and mixed, and I did turn off the heat because the cast iron pan really holds the temp well. So like I said earlier, you don't want it to burn. You're gonna keep mixing until it starts to evaporate and it'll get nice and sticky. Before you toss them into the wings, make sure you taste and adjust any flavor notes as needed or to your preference. All right, guys, so our chicken wings are officially between 158 and 161. So now it's time to toss them in the glaze that I prepared. So let's get into it, and then it's time to eat. All right, guys, so it's officially time to glaze our wings, and our agave glaze is nice and sticky. I know it's kind of hard to see on camera because the cast iron is black. You're just gonna add the glaze directly over and on top of your wings. And for a little color pop, I definitely like to add some cilantro. And now you just have to mix. I do recommend serving this on a different platter just so the glaze doesn't get the wings soggy on the bottom. That way your wings stay nice and crispy, and you can add either some of that glaze to the side or your favorite dipping sauce. Thank y'all so much for watching this recipe with me, guys. Don't forget to save it for your next big game day. One question before I go, are you team drum or team flat? Let me know down below in the comments. Till next time, guys, enjoy.